can stop me with this. It's magic of some sort. They will be able to put me down, but I think that before they do, I'll be able to help slow them enough so that you can get away. But they will hurt you, or even kill you for helping me get away. They are going to hurt me anyway. Jigang has already promised me the worst he can dream of. As for killing me, I don't think they would do that, for now at least. They still need me. I'm helping you get away. That's all there is to it. My mind is made up. It's my choice. It's the only thing I can do. The only thing that I have a choice about. If I help you, then it makes my own life, no matter what will become of me, mean more to me. I will at least have done something to fight back. I will at least have this victory over them. Jillian stared at her. You're as brave as Lord Raoul. Caelan's eyebrows knit. You mean Richard Raoul? You know Richard Raoul? Jillian nodded. He helped me too. Caelan shook her head in wonder. For living out here in the middle of nowhere, you sure seem to have met a lot of important people. What was he doing here? He came back from the dead. Caelan frowned. What? Well, not exactly the dead, really. At least, that's what he told me. But he came up from the well of the dead in the graveyard, just as the tellings said he would. I am the priestess of the bones. I am his servant, a dream caster. He is my master. There have been many priestesses of the bones before me, but he never came for them. I never knew that it would turn out that he would come back in my lifetime. He came to find books too. He is the one who found this place. I never even knew it was down here. None of my people knew. Even my grandfather never knew this place of bones was here. Richard was looking for a book to help him find someone important to him. The book was called Chainfire. Once he discovered this place and brought me down here, I'm the one who found the book for him. He was really excited. I was so happy that I was the one who helped him find what he needed. Since coming down here with him, I've spent all my time exploring this place, learning every turn and tunnel and room. I hope Richard will return one day, as he said he might, and then I will be able to show him everything. I very much want to make him proud of me. Caelan could see the longing in Julian's eyes, satisfied enough to do something he would value, to have him recognize her effort and ability. Caelan wanted to ask him now. What do you like? Master Raoul saved my life. I've never met anyone else like him. Julian smiled. He was, well, I don't know. She sighed, unable to follow her words. I see, Caelan said, with a dreamy look in the girl's copper-colored eyes. He saved my life from soldiers sent by Jigang before. They were looking for these books. I was so afraid the man who had me was going to cut my throat, but Richard killed him. Then he held me in his arms and quieted my tears. She looked up from gazing into her memories. And he saved my grandfather, too. Well, not exactly him, but the woman with him. Woman? Jillian nodded. Nietzsche. She said that she was a sorceress. She was so beautiful. I couldn't stop staring at her. I'd never before seen a woman that beautiful. She was like a good spirit standing there before me, with hair like sunlight and eyes like the sky itself. Caelan sighed. Why wouldn't a man like that have a beautiful woman with him? After hearing it, she didn't know why she hadn't ever considered such a likelihood before that. Caelan didn't know why, but she felt as if something, some hope she had never dared to find, or maybe an unfathomable longing she still clung to for something profoundly valuable hidden beneath the black shroud that had been drawn over her past, had just slipped away from her. She had to look away from Jillian's gaze, lest she lose control at the thought of the forlorn situation she found herself trapped in. She used the excuse of looking over her shoulder, checking to make sure that the Emperor and his sisters were still busy, as she wiped an unexpected Jagang was demanding to know how they could be sure that certain parts were correct. When Kaylin looked back,
What are
Jillian
you
was
cooking?
but she
Chickens?
wasn't as beautiful as
Chickens? Can we have some?
Sure.
I'll cook dinner tomorrow night. I'll pick something out tonight and get it thawing.
No, Jillian
Oh,
said,
that's gonna be so
looking
good.
suddenly worried that Kaylin
Okay,
might not
I'm gonna
believe
go in
she
and
was
see
telling
what
the truth.
she's got going.
There's something about you. Kaylin frowned. What do you mean? Jillian's nose scrunched up with the struggle of searching for words. I don't know how to explain it. You're beautiful and smart, and you know the right thing to do. But there's something else. Kaylin wondered if this would be some link to who she really was. She had been looking for someone who would be able to see her and remember her, and maybe give her a clue. Like what? I don't know. Something noble. Noble? Jillian nodded. You remind me of Lord Rom in a way. He saved my life without hesitation, just like you want to do. It wasn't just that, though. I don't know how to explain it. There was just something about him. And you have that same quality about you, too. Good. At least he and I have something in common then, because I'm about to save your life, too. Kaylin took a steadying breath as she checked over her shoulder again. The others were still engaged in their heated conversation. She turned back to Jillian and gave her a dead serious look. We have to do this now. But I'm still worried about my grandfather. Kaylin looked into the girl's eyes for a long moment. Now
Is
you
this an
listen
audio
closely.
book?
You're fighting
Yeah.
for your life.
Awesome.
It's the only life you will have.
I was married to a pilot in the military for 23 years, so I drove a lot, and this is how I did it.
Well,
Lord
With
Rom told me much the
audiobooks.
same thing about the importance of my life.
Got my dad
For
into
some
them.
reason, that lifted
After he
Kaylin
had
apart
his
and made
stroke,
her
he
smile.
listened to him all day.
The smile quickly vanished, though, as she put her mind back to the task at hand. She didn't know if Jagang and the sisters would be finished soon, or if they would be at it for the rest of the night, but she couldn't afford to miss the opportunity. We have to do this now before I lose my nerve. I want you to do exactly as I say. I will, Jillian said. Here's what we're going to do. You will stay right here. I'm going to go over there and kill these two men. Jillian's eyes went wide. You're going to do what? Kill them. How? You're just a woman and they're big. And there's two of them. It's not impossible, you know that. You're going to cut their throats? Jillian guessed. No, they would make noise if I did that. Besides, I couldn't do that to both of them at the same time. So I'm going to take two more of their knives, and then I'm going to slip up behind them, and I'm going to stab them right here. Kaylin jabbed a finger in Jillian's back, a little to the side, right in the soft spot of her kidney. Even the small jab made the girl grunt with the
We're
pain
listening to an audiobook. We're having chicken and zucchini and broccoli.
so painful.
what book you listening to?
And I'm cooking dinner tomorrow night.
You can't be serious.
Call Anthony.
Surely they will scream. Kaylin shook her head. The pain is so great when you're stabbed in the kidney that your throat clamps shut.
It's part of the
Your
series.
scream is locked in your lungs.
Sword of Truth.
That will be our chance. Before they collapse and hit the floor as they're dying, we have to get through that door behind them. We have to slip through as quietly as possible to buy as much time as we can. We'll probably only have a brief moment before we're discovered. But that moment is all we need for you to get away. You stand right here. As soon as I drive the knives in their backs, you head for the door fast as you
Is that your purse?
can. Make any noise. I'll be
Yeah,
there with you.
I'll move it. Here, pull it around by me.
Her eyes were brimming with
Good
tears.
idea.
You to go with me? Kaylin squatted and hugged the girl.
How about right on top of you?
All I can do to protect you, Jillian. But I think it will be enough to get away. She wiped at her eyes. But what will they do to you? You just worry about getting away. If I get a chance to escape, I promise you I will. Tell Loki to watch for me in case I ever do get away. All right. Kaylin knew that it was a false hope. She squeezed Jillian's shoulder and stood. She checked the floor at the table one last time. She did so.
When we drive to San Diego, we have to get
Jagang
audiobooks.
glanced over his shoulder to
That's
see
how
what
I
Caitlin
drove.
was doing. She stood silently beside Jillian, watching him and his sisters working, as if she had been there the whole time, doing nothing but awaiting her fate. He turned his attention to the heated words between Sister Eunicia and Sister Cecilia.
Do you like?
Sister Eunicia was being her obstinate self, while Sister Cecilia was trying to find a way to appease Jagang by telling him
What?
whatever he wanted to hear.
Right.
Once she was sure that Jagang's attention was back on the book,
What
Caitlin
book did you
immediately
listen
started
to?
the guard.
Oh, I listen
As
to
one
all
was again
sorts of
eyeing
ones.
Jillian with
I got
increasing
really long ones, 2 hours, 5 hours.
a long knife from his weapons belt. Without delay, she
I want to
looked
hear
at the guard
audiobooks
and
like
looked
the
to
ones you bought
taking his long knife
that
as
are
well.
over at
Standing behind them,
whatever.
she glanced at her
Kevin.
sisters and Jagang.
Oh, yeah,
Seeing them
yeah.
busy, she
That
felt
would be
right down.
great.
The girl, wiping her palms on her hips, nodded.
I want to
as she
get
looked.
Stop Walking on Eggshells. I
Caitlin
think
reached
that's
for the man on the right and drew a
the
knife
good
from
one.
Syrian sheath hanging
One.
from a strap on his side.
I want to go to Barnes and Noble and see if they've got it. I've seen it.
Without lingering any longer, she scrutinized the lower backs of the
Or
guard,
I can order it
selecting
too.
the precise spots she needed to hit. She chose
It's
the
on
right
my
side of
list.
the man on her left and left side
It's
of the
on
man
my
on her
list,
right,
my team
so that
list.
she would have targets closest together and she would be able to put her full strength into the thrust. She looked back and forth between the men, making sure that she would hit the right spot with each knife. If she missed, it would be fatal, but not necessarily for the
Can
men.
you color while we're
It
driving
would
down
be
the road?
Jillian who paid the
I
price
think
of
I
error.
can. I've been able to before.
And it had to be right the first time.
I'm able to look at the. I'm able to check out Temu while we're driving lately.
Then she exhaled hard, adding
what?
that power to the
To
force
Temu while you're driving.
with all of her
There's
strength.
a sleeping bag and a pillow I need to grab out of
The
the
blades
tent.
went in up to
Okay.
the hilt.
No
My
problem.
son will be here tomorrow and he'll have a fucking fit.
Jolting shock.
What do you want?
There's a pillow of my son's and one sleeping bag in the tent I need to grab before tomorrow, otherwise my son will have a fucking fit.
Yeah, I'll get him. Is he coming tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get him out. I want to go in and sweep up, get him done. Is that all right?
Yeah.
We have those flowers in there that you guys got.
The
Carnations
flowers
and
that
the
we got
roses.
at the food bank.
Somehow we slept on them, got them all tore up.
Just as long as you bring the pillow and the sleeping bag in before 8 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
He does come early.
We'll do it
Right,
tonight.
yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I don't know if you guys want your shit outside or
We're gonna get that picked up after.
it's
Yeah.
supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
picking
I
it up
was just
tonight.
waiting for my clothes because
I stuck them in the
I'm
dryer.
organizing. Oh, thank you.
I had to wash towels because we're out of towels, so I
Okay.
stuck them in
I
the
was
dryer.
gonna do that too. I noticed that.
Yeah, campfire, everyone. Sorry, I was.
Take breakfast.
How is everyone doing? I'm doing a live. I do lives every now and then.
Like what?
YouTube.
What are you doing?
Right now, where I'm just doing a live a live stream where people watch the fire.
Oh, nice.
Just as she reached an intersection where a juncture of branches of passages went off in different directions,
People come in and say hi from around the world.
they shared a brief look filled with meaning, and then
I got a lot of regulars, and they like to see the goose, and
They like what?
they like to see the goose.
Right, right.
Which one Jillian had taken.
I haven't done one in a while though.
Yeah, there was a chicken out here earlier too.
Yeah, we stuck our chickens back in the chicken pen. They needed to get out and relax. I haven't let them out since you guys been here. They need to get out and graze the yard and eat. I've been busy.
Without there even being anyone there yet in that doorway. And enraged, Sister Cecilia burst through first. The knife slammed into her chest. Kaylin had looked at Peter Gang.
I love turtles and I love frogs.
I like turtles too.
So she had aimed accordingly.
My kitchen had so many pigs in it at one time.
Right through Sister Cecilia's heart.
I painted
Sister went
pigs.
down hard. Kaylin turned and ran with all her strength.
Who's all in
Just
here?
as she had turned, she had seen the others fall over the body of Sister Cecilia. Kaylin ran as she had never run before. She
I have zucchini and chicken on the fire, then onions, cauliflower, and broccoli on the stove.
Do you have any ideas for tomorrow? I was just gonna see what's in there.
We still got a bag of chicken.
And we'll see what we pick up tomorrow. Oh, that's tomorrow Sunday, huh?
Mhm.
That was Monday.
She was giddy
Figured it
with
out.
victory even as she ran like a mad woman. She had killed the 2 guards but taken out Sister Cecilia. Images of the day that woman had given her and the satisfaction she had derived from it flashed through Kaylin's mind, and she savored her vengeance.
I haven't done one in a while.
And Jillian was
Alive.
terror
I just got it on the fire.
She knew
I don't talk to anybody here. People are in watching the fires.
came a sudden shock of pain. She thought must be something like what the food. She knew she hit the ground, but she didn't know. And then it felt as if the entire hole caved in on top of her. The world went as black as a grave.
Hey, I haven't gotten flagged yet for the book.
Richard
I haven't gotten
was
flagged
winded
for the
by
book.
the time he had finally crested the rise.
Must be like
It wasn't
someone's
just that he
talking.
was out
So.
of breath, though. He was out of strength as well.
If you got music in the
He knew
background,
that he
they'll flag
hadn't
you
taken
and
the
you can't
time
move
to
on.
eat as much as he should have along the way, and now he was paying the price for it. His legs felt like lead. His stomach ached with hunger. He felt weak and just wanted to lie down, but he couldn't. Not now. Not when he was this close. Not when there was so much at stake. He'd eaten some pine nuts and a few handfuls of huckleberries he'd come across as he went along, but he hadn't gone out of his way to collect any more. He just hadn't wanted to take the time. At least he had his pack with him, so the night before he had been able to set out a fishing line in a small lake just at sunset. He then collected an armload of dry wood and started a fire with a flint and steel. By the time the fire was hot, he had 3 trout on his set line. He had been so hungry that he'd been tempted to eat them raw, but fish cooked quickly, so he waited. Not wanting to stop any longer than necessary, he'd gotten a little sleep on the short journey from the
Rush you to the truck?
Yeah, but hold
Yeah,
on.
I'll
Let me
get
look on
my
the.
stuff sorted out real quick
Okay.
The better off he
so
would
I
be.
can get that back.
The book had already been waiting there for him for 3,000 years. He didn't want it to wait another night.
Oh yeah.
He thought about how, if he had been smart enough to find the book sooner, he might have avoided the problems he now faced. He was hoping that it could somehow help him in finding Kaylin. Maybe even help him find a way to reverse the tainted chain fire spell. He'd reasoned that the best plan would be to recover the book as soon as possible. Then he could do some reading while he took the time to eat. He would worry then about sleeping and getting back to the keep. The keep was a long way off. He didn't know exactly where he was, except that he was a good distance south of Agaden Reach, in what appeared to be an uninhabited area, either near or in the wilds, so he was concerned about how he was going to find some horses. One problem at a time, he reminded himself. One problem at a time. As difficult as it had been to undertake the climb up the steep, rocky rise in the dark, he couldn't bring himself to stop when he knew that he was close. Besides, if he wanted to see the night wisps, it could only be at night, so he didn't want to wait until morning to make the climb, and then have to wait around all the next day for it to get dark again. Finally reaching the top, Richard scanned the area to get his bearings. Above the edge of the steep slope, the ground leveled off in a sparsely wooded oak grove. The breeze from earlier in the day had died hours ago at sunset, and it was now dead calm. The silence felt like an oppressive weight lying over him. For some reason, the typical night sounds of small animals, insects, and such that were common in the lowlands, stretching out endlessly behind him, were silent up at the top of the long climb. on guard, his attention riveted as he listened for any sound in the eerie silence. He moved carefully beneath the trees, trying to make as little noise as possible. It was difficult, though, since the ground was littered with dry sticks and leaves. The branches looming overhead cast grotesque shadows in the moonlight, and the air had a chill to it that ran a shiver up his back. With the next step, something underfoot broke with an odd, bony pop. In all the years he'd spent in the woods, Richard had never heard a sound like that. He froze in place, listening, waiting. His mind raced as he went over the memory of the sound, trying to come up with its cause. Try as he might, he couldn't place it. When he heard nothing more and saw nothing move, he carefully backed up, lifting his foot off where it was that had broken.
Hey, hello everyone. Glad you made it.
Raising every shadow,
Glad you're
he
watching.
squatted down to see what it was
Like
he
and
had stepped on.
subscribe. Yeah.
Whatever it was covered in leaves. He cautiously pushed the decaying leaves aside. There,
How's everyone doing?
buried in the forest loam, dark with age, was a broken human skull staring up at him. The weight of his foot had broken in the rounded top of the skull. The eye sockets, which seemed to be watching him, were still intact. Richard scanned the forest floor and saw
Have they
other
been
humps
flipped?
under the leaves. He also saw something
Or
else.
turned or whatever?
More skulls that weren't buried beneath the forest
No.
litter. Just from
Ow!
where he crouched,
Yeah,
he could see a good half-dozen
Fuck.
skulls
I wouldn't
lying
put
at
any
least
more wood on
partially atop leaves, and even more rounded shapes below them. Beneath the leaves,
Can we bring it
he
down
found
then?
the rest of the bones that
In a
belonged to
minute.
the skull he had stepped on.
I'd let the flame burn.
He stood slowly, slowly moving again, scrutinizing the ground, the fat, twisted tree trunks, as well as the limbs overhead.
I'm surprised I didn't fucking just rip my nail off. That fucking hurt.
Now he knew what he was looking for. He was able to spot skulls seemingly everywhere. He stopped counting once he'd reached 30.
Is you waiting for chicken?
Bones appeared scattered, not bunches.
Is you waiting for chicken?
People had all died together or in groups. With a few exceptions, they appeared to have been individuals who had died at those particular places. He supposed that the bodies might have been placed. Way of really knowing. The
Oh,
few exceptions were
nice.
skulls close together, but he reasoned that might have been chance. People who had
That's
happened
awesome.
to have fallen near another body.
I want it.
Richard crouched down to count the number of the skulls.
What do we got going on here? Yeah. There we go. Son of a bitch.
These people had not died at the same time. There were some bones that were sound, while others were moldering away. Some appeared so ancient that they fell apart when he touched them. The place was like a graveyard, with all of the bodies above ground, rather than being buried. The other thing that he noticed was that no predators looked to have disturbed the dead. Richard had come across remains in the woods when he had been a guide. Animals always got at the dead, human or otherwise. It looked as if each one of these bodies, though, had rotted away over time, leaving the bones laying in the exact same position in which the person had fallen. On their sides, or with arms sprawled or face down. None had been laid out as if in burial, with arms neatly crossed on their chests or at their sides. They looked simply to have fallen dead. It still might not have seemed quite so peculiar, except that not one of the corpses looked to have been touched by any predator. As Richard walked endlessly through the oak grove, he wondered if it would ever end. On a moonless, cloudy night, or even a cloudy day for that matter, it was the kind of...
I didn't realize my phone dropped. Really? You guys are supposed to be watching the fire and my phone drops. I apologize.
There was nothing to worry
I can spank you
in the
later.
right direction. Sooner in the dark. What seemed like half the night, Richard moved ever onward through the forest of the dead. He was sure that he had
Hello,
followed the directions
everybody.
the cliff had given him.
Hello.
The cliff, however, had no way to know exactly what he would find. She had only been given directions from Baracus, and that had been 3,000 years before. The landscape could have changed a great deal since the time of Baracus. The bones, though, didn't look to be anywhere near so old. Of course, it could be that lying in the oak grove there were bones thousands of years old. But by now, those would have all crumbled to dust. As Richard continued on, the woods began growing murkier, until he found himself entering the black shadows of a dark forest of immense pines, their trunks standing close together. It's back in the heart where the woods had been. It was like encountering a wall of mountains that rose up into the sky. The trunks, like pillars, were clear of branches until somewhere up out of sight. But those branches completely closed off the sky and left the forest floor below a dark and confusing maze among the massive trunks. Richard paused, wondering how he would keep to a direction in the pitch blackness that lay ahead while being unable to move in anything resembling a straight line. That was when he heard the whispers. He cocked his head, listening, trying to make out the words. He couldn't, so he carefully stepped deeper into the gloom, letting his eyes adjust to the darkness before taking a few more steps. Before long, he began to be able to make out the shapes of the trees ahead, so he moved forward, ever deeper into the close canyons among the trunks of the monumental pines. "Go back," came a whisper. "Who's there?" he whispered back. "Go back," said a faint little voice. "Stay forever with the bones of those who have come before you." "I've come to speak with the night wisps," Richard said. "Then you have come for nothing. Go now," the voice repeated with more strength. Richard tried to lay the sounds of the words over his memory of what a wisp sounded like. While it wasn't the same, it did have qualities in common. "Please come forward that I may talk with you." Only silence surrounded him. Richard moved ahead a dozen paces into the darkness. "Last time warned," came the eerie voice. "Go now." "I have come a long way. I'm not going back without speaking with the wisps. This is important." "Not to us." Richard stood with one hand on his hip as he tried to conceive of what to do next. He was far from clear-headed. His weariness was hampering his thinking. "Yes, this is important to you, too." "How?" "I have come for what Baracus left for me." "So did those whose bones you have passed." "Look, this is important. Your lives ultimately depend upon this as well. In this struggle, there will be no uninvolved bystanders. All will be drawn into the storm." "The stories you have heard about a treasure are empty lies. There is nothing here." "Treasure? No, you don't understand. That's not what this is about at all. I think you misunderstand me. I've already passed the tests Baracus left for me. That's why I'm here. I'm Richard Rahl. I'm married to Kaylin Amnell, the Mother Confessor." "We don't know this person you speak of. Go back to her while you still can." "No, that's the point. I can't. I'm trying to find her." Richard ran his fingers back into his hair. He didn't know how much time he might have to say what he needed to say, or how much he should leave out, if he was to convince the wisps of his true reason for being there, to convince them to help him. "You once knew her. Magic was used against Kaelin to make everyone forget her. You knew her too, but you forgot her like everyone else. Kaelin used to come here. In her role as the Mother Confessor, she fought to protect the land of the Night Wisps and to keep others out. She told me about the beautiful land of the Night Wisps. She told me about the open fields in ancient remote forests. She has been among the wisps. They gather in twilight to dance together in the grasses and wildflowers. She told me that she spent many a night lying on her back in the grass as the wisps gathered around her, speaking with her of things common to both of their lives, of dreams and hopes, of love. Please, the wisps knew her. She was your friend. Richard saw then a tiny light come out from behind a tree. So, for your bones will remain out there with the others who seek treasure, and no one will ever see you again or know what became of you. If I need gold, I earn it. No interest in treasure. The tiny spark of light started away. Not all treasure is gold. As it glided into the distance, the shafts of spinning light played over the trunks of trees it passed. I knew Shar, Richard called out. The light paused. It stopped spinning. For a moment, Richard watched as the spark of light hung there in the distance, faintly illuminating the closely gathered monarchs of the forest standing like sentries for what lay beyond. You did not come because of the legends that there was treasure to be found here? No. What do you know of the name you spoke? I was with Shar after she went through the boundary. Shar crossed that boundary to help stop the threat from Darken Rahl. Shar crossed the boundary to help in the effort to find me, so that I too could help in that struggle. Before she died, Shar said that if I ever needed the help of the Night Wisps, then I should say her name and they would help me, for no enemy may know it. Richard pointed back toward the grove of dead oaks, where the forgotten, moldering remains repose. I have a feeling that none of the people whose bones lie back there knew her name, or the name of any wisp. The light slowly returned through the trees, finally coming to a stop not far from him. Softly glowing shafts of light gliding over the contours of his face. They almost felt like the faint touch of a spider's web. Richard took a small step closer. I spoke with Shar before she died. She said that she could not live away from those of her kind any longer, and she did not have the strength to return to her home place. She gave me my first test from Maracas. She said that she believed in me, believed that I had inside me what it takes to prevail. It was a message from him. She asked me about secrets. The tiny light turned a warm, rosy color as it spun in silence for a moment. And you passed her test? No, Richard admitted. It was too soon for me to understand it all. Later, I finally came to understand. The Sliff said that I have now passed the test that Baracus left for me. What is your name? I grew up named Richard Cypher. Since then, I've come to learn that I am Richard Rahl. I have been called by other names as well. The Seeker, the One Born True, the Bringer of Death, Richard with the Temper, the Pebble in the Pond, and Kahara. Does one of those names mean anything to you? Does the name Gazi mean anything to you? Gazi? Richard thought a moment. No. Should it? It means fire. Gazi was given that name by prophecy. If you were the one, you would know that name too. I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't know why, but I can tell you that I don't hold much with prophecy. I am very sorry, but misery has come to this land. The wisps are in a time of suffering. We cannot help you. You should go now. The wisp began leaving again, spinning as it floated off into the towering trees. Richard took a step forward. Shar said that if I needed the help of the wisps, they would help me. I need your help. The little pointed light paused again. Richard got the distinct impression by the way it hovered motionless that it was considering something. After a moment, it slowly began rotating, casting off shimmering beams of light. It came partway back. The wisp then spoke a name that Richard had not heard spoken aloud in many years. His blood turned to ice. And does this name mean anything to you? The wisp asked. How do you know my mother's name? Richard whispered. The wisp slowly drew closer. Many, many seasons ago, Gazi went through a dark boundary to find her, to help her, to tell her of her son, to tell her many things she needed to know, many things her son would need to know. Gazi never returned. Richard stared, his eyes wide.
Yeah.
What do the wisps do in the day when it's light?
No.
The wisp, like nothing more than a glowing silver ember, slowly spun, throwing shafts of light across Richard's face. We go where it is dark, in the light.
Sorry.
Does fire hurt you? The shafts of light thin. Fire.
Anybody here? I don't even know if anybody's in the chat.
Richard whispered. The wisp came closer.
Anybody?
Shimmering light brightening
Buddy,
again
buddy.
as it seemed to study his face.
What are you doing?
What is it? What was the prophecy about Gazi? Richard asked.
What are you
The
doing?
slowly spinning light paused. The prophecy was about
Cracks.
Gazi's death. It said he would die in fire. Richard's eyes closed for a moment.
Who died?
Many seasons
Who
ago,
died?
when I was but a boy, my mother died in a fire.
Who died?
The wisp remained
Should we put
silent.
another log on?
I'm sorry.
I did tinfoil them, so hopefully they'll cook. Otherwise, they don't cook very well.
I think Gazi died in my home. Our house caught on
But I didn't
fire.
want to fry them this
My
time.
mother brought my brother and me safely out.
Yeah. Oh, really? Are you just going to tell me everything? Really? You're going to tell me everything? Did they really do it? Oh, they did? Should I kick their butts? Oh, I should? Should I throw them in the pond? Yeah? You going to show me? Should I throw them in the pond? Did they try to get your tail? Yeah? Are they naughty kitties? They naughty? Are they naughty? Naughty kitties. Bad kitties. They try to get your tail.
Richard Pfeiffer is the name we know you as. Come, Richard Pfeiffer, and we will tell you what Gazi went to tell your mother.
Yeah. Naughty kitties, huh?
Chapter 41.
Yeah.
Richard Holland.
You say you kitties leave me alone. Huh.
He had never seen trees this big. It struck him as odd that creatures so tiny live among trees so big. It seemed like they walked for hours, though Richard knew that
It's okay if you don't flip that one. That one's fine.
when they emerged from the trees
Okay.
clearing,
Like that one's fine. I cut them lengths.
the grassy meadows sparkled with hundreds of night wisps gliding